less legitimate because they're embedded and viewed with a lot of corruption. So the basic point is that that corruption needs to be thought about. I think Lawrence was saying this as well, as embedded in sort of larger efforts to deal with a set of problems. He was particularly also mentioning organized crime as a sort of big issue of which corruption could be a piece of the problem. So how is it that international actors get what kind of international actors are we talking about? Well, obviously, we're talking about the international financial institutions and the bilateral donors. I mean, things like the World Bank, the IMF, the other regional development banks, things like DFID here or the USAID, donors of various kinds who have recognized that their own attempts at aiding development and reform have been undermined by corruption, not only in their own programs. They may be particularly worried in a kind of clean hands way about, let's be sure our own grants don't have corruption in them, but also that the broader purposes are being harmed by the existence of corruption. Another set of international actors are ones particularly focusing on law enforcement. I think Lawrence is exactly right that we need to be, these institutions should be talking to each other more. The World Bank has always been very nervous about mentioning the word crime, and anything they do. They've gotten a little less nervous, but they're still nervous about it. But they're not just talking about criminal law here. That's one piece of it. There is also, as you I'm sure know, an international regime that has to do with the enforcement